What's going on, guys? This is the Fruitchain Gamer here, bringing you guys a new countdown, top 5 Mega Evolutions. And Swami, would you like to explain what we are doing today?
Basically, we are counting down our top 5 favorite Mega Evolutions for whatever reason we may have. We may like the design, we might like the ability they get, we might like that the base stat total jumps up 100 for a specific Pokemon, or it could be some personal backstory, you know, helped your grandmother across the street long ago, whatever it may be. But basically, it's all opinionated, so these are our top 5 Mega Evolutions. Josh?
Yes, so as you guys know from now on, we are going to be joined by Swami and a guest every time. And would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, this is TiamatRuler, and I do some Pokemon Let's Plays. I have a little bit of Wonder Trades on my channel too, but my main series right now is Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke, and that actually should be, I guess I don't know how close I am to done, but it should be getting pretty close.
Awesome. So check his link out down below, and leave your own top 5 as well down below. And let's go on to number 5. In the number 5 spot, I have, and JPP will be proud of me, or maybe upset that he's not number 1, but Mega VENUSAUR. And yes, Mega VENUSAUR, and some people will be like, really? That's interesting. And I will say this. It was kind of like they announced the Kanto Mega Evolution. That's kind of like what spurred the whole Mega Evolution thing. Like, people were making tons of reaction videos like, holy shit, they're making Kanto, whatever, evolutions, blah, blah, blah. But Venusaur is one of those Pokemon, and you're going to see this in my countdown a lot, but if I use the Mega, then I'm going to like the Mega. Obviously, if I use Mega Magic Trick a lot more, it would probably be higher in the countdown, or blah, whatever. But Venusaur on my team, Mega Venusaur, was awesome. Thick Fat makes it just so much more,
Bulky.
Just bulky, exactly, yeah. And
makes it much more thick.
Very much more thick. Good terminology there. But it's just really useful in my LP that I did like the highlight series or whatever. But it was a lot of fun to use. I think I used it in a battle like competitively a few times, and it never really let me down. It's one of those Pokemon just really reliable, and the design of it's like okay. If it had like a more of a badass design, it would probably be higher up on the list. But that's why I have Venusaur number 5. How about you, Swami?
Coming at number 5, I have Mega Blastoise.
Hey,
Blastoise is always one of those Pokemon that I just never used, I guess. It was always my third of the 3 starters, even though Squirtle's probably maybe the cutest of the 3. I know JPP will crucify me for that one.
Squirtle Squad.
Yeah, Squirtle Squad was great. But personally, I'm not a huge fan of Mega Evolutions, but I like Blastoise a lot. I like the fact that they add Mega Launcher and that they make it such a bulky defensive Pokemon. 120 defense and 115 special defense, a boost up from 100 defense and 105, you know, a nice 20 boost on defense and 10 boost on special defense. They boosted special attack by 50. 135 special attack with pulse moves like Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, Aura Sphere, Water Pulse, Scald I usually use instead of Water Pulse. It is a ridiculously good Pokemon. It's a great wall, and it's just a ton of fun to use. So let me just pass on over. Nathan, what you got?
Baton pass.
Yes, baton pass it over. Nathan, what you got?
Okay, in my number 5 spot, I have Mega Ampharos.
Ooh, good one.
And my reasoning, I have a couple reasonings for that. A lot of my reasonings are going to be for design, just because.
Hey, my dude.
Yeah, exactly. And the design of Mega Ampharos, I really like about it is that when my first game was the second generation, and when I first saw the Ampharos line, the first thing I thought of was, what the fuck happened to the wool?
Yeah, right?
Because, and in the anime, I think they describe it as the wool is what it holds the electricity with, so it's just really confusing. It was really confusing to me. And so the wool coming back was I really like that, and it's like, I don't know, it's
so the hair is wool? I didn't actually think of that. I should have thought of that.
That's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah. And the other main thing for me with it is that I really love it when they try out new type combinations.
Yes.
And the Electric Dragon is definitely a new type combination in 6th Gen. And they still have so many they need to touch upon that, I don't know, I think I would love it if they just did it more often.
Yeah, it's good. I know you, Swami, and Blade are like really advocating for that Bug Dragon Flygon. I don't know if it's happening anytime soon, but you know.
You know what? I actually kind of advocate for Mega Gyarados, changing it from Mold Breaker and giving it Water Dragon, giving it an ability that turns normal type moves into dragon moves. So
Ooh.
Hyper Beam is a dragon move because it
That'll be
belongs as
crazy.
one.
That'll be interesting.
You
That'll
know, because,
definitely bump it up on my list.
you know,
I was
you
actually
know what? Go
What?
for it, Nathan. Go for it, Nathan. What?
I was actually surprised that Gyarados didn't get dragon typing when Mega evolved.
I saw Water Dark and I was like, what the fuck? That's the first thing I was like, what?
Its design is also really weird, but
Yeah, I don't love it. I don't know. They could have done a lot more. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on to number 4 in the countdown. In the number 4 slot, I have yet again another Kanto starter, and it is going to be Blastoise. I know Swami just had him. And here's the difference between me and Swami. Swami gives this whole entire competitive battling statistical reason why, and I just say it has fucking cannons on its arms and a huge cannon on its back. Okay, yeah, that's like definitely my main reason. I always love Blastoise. Definitely my favorite. Sorry, JPP, but I love Blastoise. Blastoise is definitely my favorite out of all the Kanto starters. I just always love Blastoise. It's just fan favorite. And I mean, I can't really go a lot more further than that. Of course, you know, it's a beast in battle and whatever. So are pretty much all the other Megas, obviously. But I love Blastoise. I've actually never used a Mega Blastoise. That's like one of the only ones that I've never used before that I have in this countdown. But I mean, I love Blastoise. Throw some cannons on him that are like crazy, the arm cannons, and that just bumps him up. It's just like, oh, Blastoise, you're gonna make me jizz. Swami, what do you got?
at the number 4 spot, I have Mega Baynet. Now, the thing with Baynet is, it's a very undervalued Pokemon normally. Its abilities are kind of bad, and it's a single ghost type. It's kind of a weak Pokemon, but it has a really cool design. It has a cool backstory, being a doll that was taken over by a Shuppet, and it looks for its owner that threw it out. Like, that's a really cool feature of it. They say that when its mouth opens, it releases, like, its cursed energy stuff, and its Mega Evolution actually opens its mouth, making it so much stronger. It's so cool. Adding Prankster to it makes it actually one of the better Pokemon in the game because of, well, Prankster Destiny Bond being as ridiculously OP as it is. A 165 base attack stat, that's a 50 boost. It is incredible. It has a decent bulk, boosting up its special defense by 20 and defense by 10. Overall, Baynet was kind of a bad Pokemon, and that's kind of the only reason I like Mega Evolutions. It turns bad Pokemon into usable Pokemon, or I guess underused Pokemon into more used Pokemon. There are a lot of them like that. Obviously, they did more overall, just good ones, and made them even better, but my favorite are usually the ones that are kind of lesser and then make into usable. So that's my number 4. Tiamat, what you got?
My number 4 is Mega Houndoom.
Ooh,
Not bad.
Yes. And my reasoning for this is yet again going to be because I started with Gen 2. And he's one of the ones I saw, and Houndour and Houndoom. And it's kind of one of the darker area, like, Pokemon that they've made as far as design-wise, because it's got those skulls and it's got that devil look to it. And I like that they kind of pushed at least one in that direction. And they amplified that on the Mega Evolution design. And I mean, I love the devil skull look to it. Kind of reminds me of like a Ghost Rider type thing.
Yeah.
And fire type. It's one of my favorite fire types, so.
Yeah, I feel you there.
Very
It's
nice.
I like Mega Houndoom. I've never used it before. If I probably used it, then probably be higher. But
It would be in my top 5. It's one of my honorable mentions, actually, because I just I don't have it, the Houndoomite. So
yeah. All right, so let's move on to number 3 on the countdown. In the number 3 spot, I have Mega Garchomp, and these bitches in the call right now are saying that they hate, or well, Swami says he hates Garchomp.
I do.
I hate you.
I hate
And I'm
Garchomp.
not a fan of it either.
I love
Yeah.
Garchomp, you know, because Garchomp, and I guess you know, 6th gen, they ruined his sprite a little bit. I think he still looks
A
kinda,
little bit.
I think he looks cool. I think he looks cool. So, you know,
They make
'cause
him look
I
like
think,
a land shark, a land hammerhead shark.
That's the cool part. Like, he looks like he's about to, like, kill you. Like, that... Garchomp, I think of intimidating. And obviously, I think that as, like, the symbol of, the dragon type for 4th gen, for, Diamond Pearl. And, last time, Gen 6, spoiler alert, we had Sylveon in there. That kind of symbolizes, like, the fairy type. That's what I said. And I feel like that's what symbolizes dragon types for me, because that's what I grew up with. But, I mean, I feel like Garchomp...
Okay. I got you on that. I understand.
Okay, better. That's good. But I feel like Garchomp, just the design, like, it's kind of, like, intimidating. And then, like, I feel like they really capitalize on it. Like, when they add on just, like, the different designers, like, his position and everything, when you see him, it's just, like, much more different. I can't really explain it, but, like, when you just compare Garchomp to Mega Garchomp, it's, like, it's hard to explain, like, exactly, like, they didn't really change the design, like, a whole lot, except for, like, the different fin things, whatever you want to call them, but I feel like they really changed the design to, like, really make him a lot more intimidating. It looks like he's about to kill some bitches, and, I don't know. Just, I don't know, kill bitches. I love Garchomp, so I love Mega Garchomp. Swami, save me.
Coming in at number 3, I have Mega Pinsir. So, Pinsir's one of those bug-type Pokemons that you don't see used too much. It was good before. It was, I'll give it that. It was just a simple bug-type, and it had a cool design, and it has that place in my heart as being a first-gen Pokemon, and it has Moxie as its hidden ability, Mold Breaker, all that good stuff. And then they decided to give it wings. And oh my god, its design is just incredible. Giving it the Aerialite, increasing the power of normal moves by 30% and then changing it to flying type makes a flying stab quick attack ridiculous. With 155 base attack to begin with, it's already a bulky Pokemon in terms of defense, 120, 90 special defense, 105 speed. Only thing it lacks is some HP. But this Pokemon is ridiculous, and this is one of the Pokemon that it improved. It was already a good Pokemon. It had a base stat total of 500, now it's 600. But it just looks so cool with its wings and its pincers. I think it's pincers, yeah. They added more spikes and thicker spikes. Oh my, it's just such a beautiful design. I don't love the shiny for either, but either way. Nathan, what you got?
On my number 3, I have Mega Charizard X.
Ooh.
And yes, and I see a lot of people say this is kind of overrated and stuff, but it's another one of those reasonings, kind of like Ampharos. They tried out a new typing combination, that Fire Dragon, and Charizard got the dragon he deserved. That's one of the things I thought he should have had a long time ago, but
True.
And completely changing the colors is something they didn't do with very many of the other Pokemon. And so to see him more resemble like his shiny form was kind of cool too, and the blue flames. I just think the overall design of it is badass, and then that Fire Dragon type combination. I love it when they try that new type combination.
Yeah,
My only criticism is the shiny form of X is green.
Ew.
It's green with red wings.
I actually like it.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just
Different.
I wish the shiny form for Mega Y is purple instead of black, but the original, like the non-shiny form, is still orange. So it's like, I don't know. I really loved the black Charizard. Like, that's a symbol of my childhood. You know, the dark Charizard, the black Charizard type deal. And it just, I don't know. I wish they had kind of gone along with it, especially making it a dragon type. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the blue flames. I'll give you that.
I do like the blue
Yeah.
flames. That's awesome. But anyway, I guess it's time to move on to number 2. Alright guys, in the number 2 slot, I have Mega Gardevoir, and this time, this is another one of those Pokemon that I actually used, and I enjoyed, and it was awesome. And when I say Venusaur is reliable, Gardevoir wrecked shit, okay? It wasn't just reliable, it can't really take that hits like that well, but hey, you know what? Mega Gardevoir, the design is like, I could, more or less, it's okay. But, first of all, Gardevoir, you add on the fairy typing just in general, that made me love Gardevoir 10 times more. And then Mega Gardevoir is just kind of like awesome. You know, you throw all your special moves on there, whatever you want to do. Psychic, Dazzling Gleam. I love that move, Dazzling Gleam. It's just amazing. I don't know. But Thunderbolt, I said that, yeah. Sludge Bomb, whatever. Fucking special moves. Do it and wreck shit. Have fun. Swami.
Moonblast.
Yes, Moonblast. That too.
Moonblast is a good one. I'm pretty sure it has a really good normal attack somewhere.
Yeah, but it's
Hyper
like...
Voice. Hyper Voice is the one. If you transfer it, because it turns, it gets boosted by 30%, then changes to a fairy type.
See, when you said normal attack, I thought you meant like attack, you know?
No, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, my number 2 is Mega Mawile. And I was never a fan of Mawile.
Ooh.
And it's because it kind of sucked. 380 base stats is really bad. And it's only it doesn't evolve, so it's kind of like it's stagnated by that. But it boosts up to 480, and it has really good defense, 125, and very good special defense at 95. 50 HP is its only weak point. 105 attack, and it doesn't look that menacing, but then they gave it the ability Huge Power. The power of the Pokemon's attack is doubled. The effect is halved if the ability is changed through skill swap. That second part is very rare, doesn't really happen much. The fact that this Pokemon has Huge Power makes it the strongest Pokemon in the game. I believe. I don't think Mega Metacham is stronger after it Mega Evolves. I could be wrong.
As long as you believe, man, you can do
Actually,
it, man.
no. Mega Metacham with pure power, it is a 200 attack move. So Mawile is the strongest Pokemon in the game with a 210 attack. It has Play Rough. It has very good typing in Steel Fairy, making it only susceptible to fire and ground, and pretty much resistant to almost everything. It's resistant to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different types. Well, technically 11 if you can include Dragon. But it is just a really good
not a type.
It's just a really good Pokemon now. And it has a pretty cool design. I like how the mouth is like 3 times the size as it used to be, and now it's kind of menacing looking instead of just being very simple.
Sir, I have
think
a
Mega
question.
Mawile is awesome. What?
Why is it a fairy type?
I don't really know.
I don't get that
I mean,
for some of these Pokemon, but I don't know.
I guess...
I think what they were going with fairy type, trying to at least, was going for more like fairy tales, not like little fairies flying around.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
Good
And
point.
it looks like a fairy type. It looks friendly. It looks besides its mouth, of course.
Besides that one big part of its body.
Yes. Besides that one big part. And I actually have a little bit of a story I'll tell you guys after this. But yeah, that's why I have Mega Mawile as my number 2. Tiamat, what you got?
I have as my number 2 Mega Gengar. And
Ooh,
yes. Part of the reason for this is that it's probably one of the most easily accessible non-starter megas in the game. And so I did actually have personal use with this one. And as far as the design goes, they made Gengar look a lot more menacing, in my opinion, with that red, maroonish, pinkish color on the bottom.
Yeah.
Kind of looks
like it's hell.
like blood or something.
Blood or hell, something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. And I love how they made it look like its body, its arms and stuff are going into the ground, because that just adds to its ghost type.
Dun, dun,
And then,
dun.
and then I absolutely love the shiny form.
Yes.
Yes, it turns into Casper.
Exactly. It turns white, and it goes
with black eyes, with the gray and the black. It's so awesome.
Exactly. It goes from just the shiny, who cares because it doesn't look different, to fucking awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm actually disappointed that the shiny form normally is so really not
Bland.
different. I mean,
Yeah.
like, you see Ghastly's is very different. Haunter, you can tell because its tongue is blue. And then Gengar's just like, oh, it's a
Gengar-
it's a darker
is that
shade.
shiny?
It's a darker shade of purple.
It's not shiny.
Normal
It's dull.
Gengar was white. That would be awesome.
Now, my
That'll
only
be crazy.
criticism for Gengar is it is also a very good Pokemon normally, and by Mega Evolving, you get rid of the ability Levitate, thus making it susceptible to ground type moves, which it is weak to.
Yes.
So that's my only criticism on Gengar, Mega Gengar, because a Focus Sash normal Levitate Gengar is really useful, and a lot of people like using it. But the Mega is really sick. It has a great design, so I completely agree on that. That's my only criticism.
I also
of it.
love the like third eye type thing.
Yes.
Yes. So, I guess with that, let's head on to number 1. Drum roll. Drum roll, yeah. In the number 1 spot, I do have the Mega Gengar, and fucking Tiamat took all my reasoning. Fuck you, man. No, seriously though, I love Mega Gengar. I played with it in my X and Y, just the one time I did play through it, and holy shit, this thing can, like, kill souls. Like, wow. Like, I can just, like, if you're in a little tough spot, I just always brought in Mega Gengar, and just, like, in a second, like, the whole entire team, whatever. I know X and Y is really easy, but, like, holy shit. Even, like, competitively, like, I used it, and I would just, like, kill people in, like, seconds. And Gengar is awesome. And I don't really get to use Gengar too much because, you know, the whole trade thing and blah, 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 whatever. But now X and Y came and I was able to trade and stuff. And
yes,
oh,
that is the biggest benefit of this game.
man.
That it's so much easier to contact with other people.
Yes.
I mean, Mega Gengar, though, I finally got it. And then I got the Mega, whatever, Gengar, right? And then I used it. And it's like the design, awesome. Tiamat said, you know, all that good stuff. It's more intimidating, a third eye, the ghost type in the ground, blah, 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 whatever. Shiny, though. Holy shit, look at that shiny! Oh, it's so, like, I love it.
Look at the tusks. Look at the
like,
tusks.
It's not the tusks. Not the tusks this time. Now it's like, look at that shiny dough. That's what it is. Look at that shiny dough. If you use a Mega Gengar, you'll see that it may not be able to take a hit that well.
Those horns, though.
It will kill souls. I guarantee it. It will kill souls, okay? And yeah, levitate, whatever. It was already good, so it doesn't need a Mega, blah, blah, blah. Swami, talking about Pokemon that don't need a Mega because they're really, already really good. Something that you don't like. What's your number 1, man?
My number 1 is indeed Tyranitar.
Wait. What's Tyranitar's base stat total?
Tyranitar is a pseudo-legend at 600 base stat to begin with, and 700 after the Mega Evolution. So, let me get into why. Tyranitar is one of my favorites because up until this generation, I never got a real chance to use one. So when I finally got the chance and I got the Mega Tyranitar right, I thought it was awesome. And then its chest turns red. I mean, just the design is beautiful.
Would you be angry if I said that I don't like the design?
No, I can understand it.
Its head is really misshapen, I'm just saying.
It is. But it looks so much more intimidating than it used to. Because in reality, if you look at the form, and if you watch the movie, the Celebi movie, I don't remember which one that was. It was like the fourth movie.
Pokemon.
Tyranitar was friendly. It didn't look like this. It looked like a giant green Barney. And when it only looked this mean.
It's a rock teddy bear.
It only turned this mean once it got put into the Dark Ball. So I find that really weird that they based the design off of its Dark Ball form instead of the form that was in the movie. But either way, I find that Tyranitar to be awesome. I love the ability Sandstream. It's not as effective now, but this is my real first chance to use Tyranitar, and I don't usually use Megas, but this is probably my most used Mega Evolution form, and I just love it. Nathan, what do you have at number 1?
Okay, my number 1 is going to be Mega Kangaskhan.
Dun, dun, dun!
And I know I've heard a lot of people put down the design of Mega Kangaskhan, and I know there's not a lot that was done to it, but it's one of those things that has to do with my past, because before I got into the games, I was into like the show and the trading card game when I was little, and Kangaskhan was the first holographic rare that I pulled.
Oh, that's awesome. Yep.
And like this was like the original Kangaskhan card back when I got like the original starter gift box or whatever it was called, where it's like a 60 card thing and you split it into 2 or whatever. I actually still remember pulling the Kangaskhan, and then I mixed it into the starter gift box and played with it. And so it's like my second favorite Pokemon to begin with, but I mean...
love the nostalgia.
Yeah, but I've always wondered how it's the one Pokemon that actually has a baby with it, but all the other Pokemon around it, like Magmar and Electabuzz, get like these baby Pokemon that, I mean, they didn't need really, but Kangaskhan has this baby Pokemon. They could have made a baby Pokemon out of it.
They do
And
have it. It's Cubone.
I know they do,
Dun,
but
dun,
it's technically
dun.
not because it doesn't evolve into Kangaskhan.
What are you talking about? Missing No is Kangaskhan. Don't you know?
Wait, Kangaskhan? I thought it was from the Mongols.
No, the whole origin behind Missing No is that they were going to make Kangaskhan the final form of Marowak.
No,
Like,
I'm
it'll be-
talking about Kangaskhan.
Oh, that what? That it was...
The Mongols.
Oh,
Kublai
get out of
Khan.
here.
Genghis-Khan, not Kangaskhan.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Wait, you're talking about Kangaskhan or Kangaskhan?
Yes. So, but
Yes.
yeah, so that's the origin behind Missing No, that it was supposed to be, most likely that Kangaskhan was supposed to be the third form of Marowak, and they decided to change it at the very, right before production, and they put it at Missing Number, put it right before the Pokedex.
And in the
it's a glitch.
words of my history teacher, there ain't shit in Mongolia.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
He actually said that, but you know.
I knew that story already, but since they didn't actually go with that, Kangaskhan's like, it's the only evolution in the chain. There's no evolution after it or before it, and so I fully expected them to do something with the baby once they started making baby Pokemon, and they didn't. They just didn't do anything with Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan really got no attention, and I mean, I loved it because it looks like it's a cross between a dinosaur and a kangaroo.
I like that reference. That's actually not bad.
that's not bad at all.
No.
And and it finally got the attention, and it's not, I mean, they didn't change Kangaskhan at all, but they gave the baby the attention that I thought it deserved. So that's,
I like
I
that.
mean, it's all that together. It's mainly because it's my second favorite, but
I feel you. So, before we get out of here, though, let's go through some honorable mentions. I have Alakazam, Kangaskhan himself, not Kublai Khan, and Blaziken. What about you, Swam?
Okay, I got Houndoom and Absol.
all right. And mine is Aerodactyl.
Aerodactyl.
Very nice.
Not bad. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, leave some suggestions on future top 5s down below, as well as future guests. Check out Tiamat's link to his YouTube channel down below, as well as Swami's. And leave your own top 5 Mega Evolutions down below. And anyone want to add anything before we head out of here?
Don't hate me for being a hypocrite with number 1, please!
We all love you, Swami.
I know.
So,
Love you guys too.
so until next time, guys, thank you for watching. This is 4th Gen Gamer, and
Moonlight Swami.
And TiamatRuler.
until next time, we're out.
Peace.
Peace.